Did I get your attention? I meant to. The topic I want to discuss today is gun control, specifically the ban on assault weapons. In today's society, we see a lot of things in the news. Concert venues, groups of protesters in schools being shot up. That's a call to action for many. They want to ban assault weapons. Is this always the best idea? Does it really make the impact they think it will? Today I want to discuss three things. One, the definition of what is an assault weapon. Two, the impact that it has made worldwide. And three, a bit of my personal take on the whole situation. The first thing I want to address is what is an assault weapon. According to Debbie Lord from the Journal News, an assault weapon is a magazine-fed rifle that is shoulder-fired. She also references the fact that it can be a fully automatic. So a fully automatic weapon is a weapon that you can pull the trigger once and a series of bullets come out, whether that's a 3-round burst or until the magazine runs out. So when we look at an AR-15 or an AK, those technically are not an assault weapon. They're not the military grade weapon that they're referring to. So assault weapon becomes a very vague definition. It can be left open to interpretation. In Australia, they decided that they needed to ban assault weapons. When they classified assault weapons, they did include guns identical to mine. A shotgun that I've used for years, and I've hunted everything from game birds to deer. But that is, by Australian rule, an assault weapon. So what happened when Australia decided to put a ban on the weapons? Well, let's discuss a couple of things. First, they seized 640,381 legally owned weapons. The government had to pay out $500 million to compensate people for those weapons. The statistic is given by Samantha Putterman out of PolitiFact. She also went on to say that some of the statistics that I'll read in a minute are inaccurate. But even by her own statistics, crime didn't necessarily go down. Taking away all those guns, all it did was take the guns out of the hands of the law-abiding citizens of Australia. They don't, by her research, increase nearly as dramatically as these other statistics that I have found in a blog called Gun Facts. They have lots of references on their site. But it nonetheless didn't go down either. It said, according to Gun Fact, firearm murder is up as much as 19%. Armed robbery is up as much as 69%. And home invasion is up as much as 21% since the ban on assault weapons. According to Samantha, those are a lot flatter numbers, and that may be true. But even with that, the one that did significantly increase in Australia, as well as in the UK, when I looked at my research on that, was sexual assault went up significantly. So we want to talk about guns for self-defense. If you arm your citizens, they can defend themselves. These statistics don't show anything to the contrary. And that's from people on both sides of the fence. So then what is gun control? I saw a bumper sticker once that said, "Gun control is holding on with both hands." I chuckled. I am a gun owner, so I appreciate the sentiment there. However, I do understand that that can be very divisive. That can be very in your face, controversial. And that's not what I think we should be doing. I think, though, that to say that gun control is holding out with both hands, that could be an analogy for what we do need to do. We need to use both hands to figure this out, right? We do need both hands to control gun violence. The right and the left need to come together to hold on. A lot of people in the NRA want to post a picture of Gandhi with a famous quote of his. Unfortunately, they've taken it a bit off context. But the quote goes like this: "Among the many misdeeds of the British rule in India, history will look upon the act depriving a whole nation of arms as the blackest." He's referring, of course, to the Indians Arms Act of 1878. That act said that Europeans and British could own weapons in India, but Indians could not. They said that the Indian people were cowardly and were unwilling to support the British in their fight during World War I, which was not true. The rest of this quote from Gandhi says, "If we want the Arms Act to be repealed, if we want to learn the use of arms, here is a golden opportunity. If the middle class render voluntarily help to the government in this hour of trial, distrust will disappear, and the ban on possessing arms will disappear." This is important because what he's saying is exactly what I'm promoting. There's several things within there. First of all, helping the people that they're fighting against, submitting to the authority of the British rule. Voluntarily, mind you. Coming together so that they can learn the use of arms. Whether they use them or not is up to them, but to even be able to learn how to. My daughter and I do not see eye to eye on this, as she grew up with firing weapons and killing animals just like I taught her. But she and I can come to a table and discuss this. That's what we need to do as a nation, is come together. We need to discuss appropriately the control. Who gets the weapon? It's not about the weapon. It is, however, about who gets the weapons. So let's come together. Let's have some good communication. Let's listen to each other and present both sides of the agreement. I don't want to lose my heritage of hunting because somebody views my weapon as an assault weapon. Go out if you're a gun owner and show people how to use them. If you're not, go find out and educate yourself. Learn what it's really, truly about. Thank you.